Welcome to the Calyrex Game Corner's Pokemon D&D campaign, featuring Cindy, a young vagabond from the Hoenn region with pyromaniac tendencies, Gimli, a stocky, burly miner from Sinnoh looking for his lost son, Elodie, an enthusiastic foodie and baker from Kalos, and Schmidt, an enigmatic man from Johto with a duck. My name is Rich and I'm the Game Master, and this is Dunsparce and Drampa. Where last we left off with the Paco, they were standing around doing a little bit of Dewford Town exploration, accompanied by Delaney's Gothitelle. Gothitelle has a mysterious ability known as Shadow Tag, which prevents creatures from moving without a certain distance from it. And it has been decided by the group that now is a good time, while Schmidt's in the hospital, while we're waiting for the trial tomorrow, it has been decided that doing the Dewford Town gym challenges is probably just the best use of time, all things considered. And it was recommended by Delaney, so there should be no problem with it happening. All three of the group, being Cindy, Elodie, and Gimli, go to the Dewford Town gym. They're greeted by the more traditional entryway. That's a small room with wooden floors, and there's a man standing behind a desk wearing sunglasses that seems to admit people. And there's a bench nearby. Gothitelle looks perplexed at the group. Would Cindy please say or explain to Gothitelle what the plan is?
We're gonna take turns fighting the gym, so we will be within this building, but maybe not like super, super close, because the building is probably big.
You can tell that Gothitelle's eyes, even though it has a very vacant expression, she kind of looks up for a second, and then she nods, and she turns to Gimli and Elodie and looks at them very intently, and they immediately fall asleep on the bench. They just completely are out. They are not conscious. And then Gothitelle turns to Cindy and gives one more nod, and Gothitelle's eyes like roll into the back of her head, and she goes, "Cool!" And then she stretches her hands out, and you have the sense that the range of the shadow tag has been extended to the length of the gym, but as a cost, Gothitelle is unable to be physically present in this waiting room with the rest of the Quacko Paco. With all of that being said, you may approach the gym security and offer your trainer ID, which he will ask for. He looks it over, he analyzes your current badge count, and he hands it back to you, and he says, "I wish you the best of luck." And large red doors swing open to the Dewford Town gym. The first sensation that you notice before all else is that this gym smells like an actual gym, like where people would go to work out. The sites that you see, it's basically a traditional workout kind of human gym that is stretched down into somewhat of a hallway that just extends down as far as you can see. It's a little dimly lit, oddly enough, and you can hear the sounds of dumbbells clanking and workout machinery going and treadmills spinning. It is a treat for the senses, depending on what your definition of treat is. Before I introduce you to your first trainer, I actually need to remember you'll be using 3 Pokemon for this gym. Which 3 are you choosing?
What type is the gym?
Smelly? No.
Yeah, smelly type. No. Roll a DC 10 Insight.
Insight?
Yes.
Oh, that's
or
a 6.
You could also make it History, but those are both Intelligence. Cindy has been around. She's met a lot of trainers and she's been to a lot of towns and gyms, but Dewford is kind of remote. She knows that the name of the gym leader is Brawly, and she might be able to deduce a typing based on that information.
Okay. Does fire get bodied by fighting types?
Above table, it is a neutral matchup. It is even.
Okay. I can fight with fire then. Who did I say I was leaving in the box? Oh, I can only bring 3 anyway.
Yeah, you can only bring 3, but also, yeah, you did. We can flavor that there's a PC in the gym. You withdrew Soli, Cookie, Fane, Jack, and Larvastar.
Okay. We're definitely going Soli and Cookie.
Okay. You're the 2 powerhouses, I understand.
Yeah.
You have to pick one more. What is it going to be?
Oh, who's got spread moves, because I feel like spread moves are like ideal.
Perhaps. You also don't know what the gym challenges will be.
Oh, that is true. I should cover my bases.
Mm-hmm.
Let's bring Jack. Jack hasn't seen any play in a while.
Jack the Toracat.
Yes, Jack the Toracat.
We do love that guy.
And Jack's been chilling in the box for a little bit, but
yeah. Okay.
I think Jack needs some good experience to grow up.
I'm all about that. What level do you have Jack at?
8.
Okay, cool. That lines up with me. So you're using Solely, Cookie, and Jack. That's correct. Are you ready?
Yes.
Solely, Cookie, Jack.
Yes.
Perfect. Let's begin. Cindy walks into the stinky, smelly gym, and the large red doors close behind her. Amidst the sounds of workout equipment, she is greeted by a youngish child, perhaps 6 or 7 or 8 years old. This seems to be a trend for gyms for some reason, that they often have the first challenger, or I suppose the first gym trainer, be a person of little age. This is a girl who has brunette pigtails, and she's wearing a gi. It's a uniform used in martial arts, and she has a purple belt equipped. She gives you a bow. Do you do anything?
I curtsy.
You curtsy. Cute. Roll a charisma.
+2. That's a dirty 21.
Yeah. Gigi thinks you're very cool. I didn't even introduce her name yet. She ends the bow and stands up. She says, "Hello, I'm Gigi. I'm going to be your first challenger here. May I just say, you are very cool, and I think that you remind me of someone who would make a really, really, really good gym trainer."
Thank you.
It seems that she is responding to the elegance of your curtsy. She says, "We'll keep it pretty simple for my first challenge." You see that you're standing on a battle pitch that is reminiscent of like a wrestling ring or like a sumo ring of sorts. It's like a wooden floor and there's a mat on top. She says, "We'll be having battle here, but I'm going to change the environment a little bit. You are going to choose 2 Pokemon, and we are going to have a double battle." And as she says that, out of the woodworks, out of the corners of the gym, and out of lockers that are installed on the side, various very muscly Pokemon come out. There's one that is lugging around 2 large concrete blocks, and there's a Pokemon that you see that stands with it. It has 4 arms, and the Pokemon with the concrete block sets them down. They grab a series of workout equipment and lay them kind of stretched out on either end of this roughly 50-foot battle pitch. There's just some equipment strewn about on your side and some equipment strewn about on her side, and then the center of the battle area is clear. Gigi says, "To help you pick, I'm going to show you who I'm using. Go!" And she throws out 2 Pokeballs. In one of them, there is a small blue bipedal dog-looking Pokemon, and it's kind of jumping around in a kind of athletic way that you would expect like a character in a fighting game to be moving when it's idling, if that makes sense. And then the other Pokemon is very much the opposite. There's a Pokemon that has a narrow torso and very bulbous legs, and it has long arms, and it looks like it's wearing kind of a funny red hat, and it's very meditative. It is very thoughtful, and it is sitting cross-legged as soon as it is out from the ball, and it has not opened its eyes. It is just thinking. It appears that these 2 Pokemon will be your opponents.
All right. I'm going to send out Solely and Cookie.
Solely and Cookie. Good choices. Solely, the Ninetales, and Cookie, the mysteriously formed Goodra, enter the battlefield, and it is immediately noticeably warmer. Cindy doesn't mind, but Gigi begins to sweat a little bit. It's already kind of hot in this beach town gym. Gigi says, "All right, show me what you got." And you can roll initiative.
15 on the dice.
Okay. Looks like Team Cindy will be going first.
Is it like a typical double battle?
It seems pretty typical. It is. You can see that Riolu, or I will reveal their names. I might as well.
Okay.
Riolu and Medicham are the 2 Pokemon that you are facing down. Riolu is like very eagerly standing a little further back, jumping around on the equipment that Machamp and Conkeldurr brought forward, like kind of nimbly just trying to be athletic and jumping around. And the Medicham is sitting on the ground with its eyes closed. It doesn't seem like it's even a threat at all. It is just vibing. That is what you see.
Okay.
Roll, actually, give me That is definitely what you see, but I want to see if you can secure another detail. Just give me a perception. DC 12.
What is my perception based on?
Wisdom.
11.
11? No. You're not going to get specific details, but it seems like Riolu has some sort of like plan. You don't know what the plan is, but Riolu's thinking about something. What will Soli and Cookie do?
I think we should start off with a straight quick attack because it's a bonus action.
Sure.
From Soli.
Who are you going to quick attack?
Probably Riolu.
Okay.
Does a 14 hit?
Does a 14 hit Riolu? Interestingly, this will allow you to gain some information. Soli charges forwards with a quick attack, and Riolu notices Soli approaching, this Ninetales lunging forward with a physical attack, and it hides behind a set of dumbbells that are on a workbench. And as that happens, it seems that it just barely is unable to be hit as it takes a cover position behind the workout equipment, and Soli leaps back to the center of the pitch.
Okay. That's fine. How close are the two Pokemon together?
Medichamp's kind of in the middle of the pitch, and then Riolu is hiding behind cover a little to the left of your perspective, so they're within 15 feet of a straight diagonal line of each other.
Okay, so a 40-foot flamethrower will hit both of them.
In theory, yes.
Okay, so I need a DC 16 Dex save from both.
Okay. Medicham fails, gets a natural 2. No surprise there.
It's burned.
It's burned? That's huge.
If it fails by 5 or more, it's burned.
Cool. Riolu gets a natural 20, so it takes no effect from whatever Soli was trying to do.
Stupid.
It seems like it is intentionally very hard to disrupt. It seems that it is trained to be agile and dodgy. But yeah, Medicham gets messed up. Please roll neutral damage.
What's 18 plus 7?
It should be 26. No?
Cool.
25. No? Yes, 25. 25.
That's the damage.
I can do math.
I cannot, so you're fine.
Okay, 25 points of damage and a burn on this Medicham is something. Interestingly, it opens up like one of its eyes to look at Soli, but it does not assume a battling position. It is merely chilling. But you do notice that on its flesh, you can see that there is some singed skin that may impact its damage ability. You still have action and bonus action for Cookie.
Yeah. We're gonna go for a Draco Meteor. It is a 20-foot circle, but I want the center of that circle to hit Riolu. Because even if it tries to hide behind something, this is like coming from this guy.
Yeah.
So
that is fair.
There's a better, like, I'm going to center it on that. If the Medicham, whatever.
Yeah. The
Meditaty guy gets hit, great. If not, I'm more focused on Riolu.
Okay. We're not playing with a map, as you know. You could hit both within the radius, and I don't think that there's any changes based on like whether you target the center of the move on a Pokemon or not, correct?
No.
I will reveal to you the mechanic that Riolu is using. It is not reactionarily dodging. It is taking cover in place. So it will not be moving, but it has advantages to when it is hit, if that makes sense. So solo targeting Riolu will not improve your odds. It could. If you want it to for flavor, if you like hate Riolu, I'll allow it. And I'll just say you'll have to miss Medicham, actually. Is that what you want to do?
Sure, because like Riolu hasn't been hit yet.
Yeah.
So I really want to try to like get a hit.
Yeah, and you burn Medicham. I was just looking at a rule book, and that's when the no came out of my mouth, and then I said it. I was like, why would I say no? Cindy wants to do something. Let's let it happen. Yeah, you can solo target Riolu, even though you could hit Medicham, and it will improve your odds to hit it. So, are you using Draco Meteor?
Yes, it is a DC 17 Dex save.
Okay. It will successfully hit. It will deal full damage. Riolu did not pass the save.
Excellent. 28 is it dragon?
Dragon damage. Yeah, correct. Yeah. A pretty sizable hit. It seems like while this Riolu may be like athletic and dodgy, what it is not is hardy. and this attack deals significant damage to its little dog-like body. Nicely done. It's now Gigi's turn. She says, Riolu, you know what to do. And Riolu goes, Poof! And it leaps forward and claps its hands in front of Soli's face. It's rolling to hit. Does an 18 break Soli's armor class?
18?
Correct, 18?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, max damage roll. Interesting. Soli takes 19 points of normal type damage and is flinched. Will not be able to take an action next turn because this move is fake out.
Okay.
The condition
How
is
much damage was it?
19 points of normal type damage.
Okay.
That is all Riolu can do this turn, but it was pretty impactful. Medicham will use its action to meditate. It seems it's already been meditating, but right now it consumes its action to like do a very focused kind of meditation. You can hear it kind of hum and its eyes close harder and its brow furrows, and it's kind of just ignoring the burn that's on its body. And it seems like it is prepared to be more useful in combat. We're back to Cindy, and Soli may not take an action.
Okay. I have a note that I have weakness policy. Not that that's come up yet, but does Soli still has weakness policy?
Correct. It's not. You need to take super effective damage.
Okay. No, I was just making sure that she still had it because I know I had it equipped specifically for a gym, but
oh yeah, for the rock gym.
Just making sure that like we're good,
yeah,
just in case.
I'll try to let you know if it procs. If I say super effective, then it procs.
Okay. Sick. She's got some very legally binding paperwork.
she definitely does. Yeah.
Okay, so Soli cannot act. Sick. Okay. Let's do some cookie business. That sounds fun. Let's start a magma storm.
Ooh, baby. Now, you did just use Draco Meteor, so you have disadvantage on this, or the opponents have advantage?
Yes. It is a DC 17 con save.
Okay.
And they'll have advantage because I have disadvantage.
Correct. That is how we do it. Very well. Are you attempting to hit both, or do you want to just focus one?
It's a 20-foot circle
you could
of
hit both.
Magma Storm.
Yeah. Do you want to?
It's just going to kick up a Magma Storm.
It will. That is true.
And it will just go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to hit both, is what I'm asking?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Riolu is going to roll. You said con save?
Yes, DC 17 con save.
Its first roll is a natural 17. I'm going to see if it crits. Does not crit. It actually got a crit fail, but has advantage. Medicham's best roll is a dirty 11, so Medicham should fail. So they all take neutral damage, and then Riolu's just going to take half. So you're welcome to roll damage.
On a failure, they receive full damage as well as guaranteed extra damage at the end of each of their turns that they remain in the zone.
Got it.
Also, Medicham's still burnt.
That is correct.
It has the burn affliction.
It will remain burned for the rest of the battle unless something happens.
Okay. 35 damage.
That's pretty good. And then half we will round down to 17 for Riolu. So 35.
Okay. And then also because Medicham failed, it will receive 16 damage each turn that they remain in the Magma Storm zone.
At the end of their turns?
At the end of each of their turns, yes.
Okay. And they're taking 4 points of burn damage too, so that's pretty good. Very good,
They're
Cindy.
Just gonna die. It's fine.
I believe that is it, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless I want to taunt the child.
You could. Do you want to?
Sure.
What are you going to do? What are you going to
say? You mess with the fire, you get the burns.
Do you want to roll intimidation on that, or no? Is it just for flavor?
Sure. Okay. I will 1,000% roll intimidation.
Okay.
That did not go well.
Okay.
My intimidation is that's +2. That is a 6.
Okay, Gigi doesn't care. Gigi has got her game face on, and she's not even looking at you. She's very focused on how to get out of this hairy situation.
Okay.
It's Gigi's turn. Gigi will start by instructing Riolu to use an attack of some sort. Riolu jumps right next to Medicham and goes, "Puff, puff, puff, puff," And it does so in a way that seems to be in an inspirational sense or a coaching kind of sense. It is giving some sort of martial advice to Medicham. It is at this moment that Medicham opens its eyes and it looks down at Soli and charges forward into melee range with a Zen headbutt. Rolling to hit. Does a 15 hit Soli?
No, it does not.
No! So close. Even after the coaching, it couldn't do it. Medicham rushes forward and it kind of levitates in the air as it charges its Zen headbutt to Soli, but Soli nimbly jumps out of the way at the last second. It seems that perhaps this turn was for naught. Medicham will have no choice but to return to the magma storm, but Riolu is going to leave cover and hop out of it, and that will end their turn.
So there's a magma storm brewing, which is objectively fire type damage.
Definitely.
And Soli has flash fire.
Yes.
Can I use quick attack not to hit anything, but to jump into the magma storm and jump back out to proc flash fire?
Yes, if you wish to. So if you jump in the magma
I understand
storm,
I'm using PP to do that instead of an attack.
No. So what
that
I
make
would
sense?
Yeah. No, I like this because what I would do if you just wanted to move Soli in and move out, she would provoke an attack of opportunity for Medicham. But if you decide to use quick attack for your movement, you can dodge that. So yeah, you can jump in and get a flash fire boost and jump out if you consume your bonus action and your quick attack PP.
Yes.
Cool. You do that. Soli goes, yeah, and it jumps into the magma storm and jumps out. It gets a little boost.
Do I not have flash fire written down? What is the boost?
You double your damage bonus for fire type moves. For how long? For the rest of the battle? No, immediately after. So until the start of your next turn, which you're really just attacking now. But if for some reason you were able to attack again, it would still be active. So the number after the roll, you're doubling.
Sick.
Yes.
All right, now what does a lot of good damage? Let's do overheat, I think. How close? I know Riolu jumped out of the magma storm, but how close is it to Meta?
At this point, they are 30 feet apart.
So a 40-foot flamethrower cone.
Yeah,
could hit both.
You potentially could. That is correct.
Let's try that.
Okay. As you try that, Riolu takes a reaction. Its reaction is using the move Follow Me, which it will insist that Soli makes a DC 14 charisma save.
Well, I rolled a 14 on the die, so plus 2 is 16.
Okay. Nothing happens. Soli is not convinced. Riolu wiggles its finger and it barks. It's like, hey, look at me. I mean, it doesn't say that out loud, but that's the vibe that it gives. And Soli's too focused. Soli will not be taking any of that, and Riolu looks very disappointed that it itself as a canine could not convince another canine creature to get its attention, and you continue with your attack.
Okay, so that is a 40-foot flamethrower cone. I need a DC 16 Dex save from both of them.
Okay, Riolu fails by more than 5.
And they're burned.
They are certainly burned. Medicham passes by a good amount, 24.
Okay, so it'll just take half damage.
Yep.
So 17 plus 14.
31, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
So 31 damage to Riolu and 15 to...
Medicham.
Yes, that one.
Riolu is knocked out. Riolu goes, poof, and it falls to the ground in embers, and Gigi recalls Riolu into the Pokeball. And Gigi says, you did great. Come on, Medicham, I know you can do it. Medicham does not look so confident. Cookie gets to move.
He still gets an attack.
Yes.
How's Medicham looking?
Yellow HP.
Okay. Let's go with the Draco Meteor.
Sure. Just let it rip. Why not? Dexterity save, correct?
Yep, DC 17 Dex.
It looks to you like there's an aura around Medicham, like all of its meditation and its coaching from Riolu has made it unusually more powerful than it should be. But can it make a DC 17 Dexterity save? The answer is no. It gets another 2.
Oh no. Okay.
Full dragon type
That
damage.
is 39 plus 9, 48.
48. Correct.
Damage.
Yeah. A substantial blow as draconic meteors rain from the sky after Cookie's call, and they pummel into Medicham. It collapses to its hands and kneels, and then it slowly stands up with a sliver of energy. It seems that it's got a little bit more fight left in it as it pushes away the draconic rubble.
Okay.
That should be it for Cindy's turn, unless you have a bonus action.
Nah, I think that's it. But it's going to take 16 damage from the magma storm and 4 more burn damage.
At the end of its turn, correct?
Its turn, yeah.
Yes.
That's fine. That's soon enough.
Medicham realizes that the greatest threat is in fact Cookie, and it closes its eyes and it puts its hands together and it stands on one foot, and a bunch of swirling orbs, 18 of them to be specific, surround its body. They're all different colors, and after a moment, one of them pulses and it exits Medicham's body and rushes into Cookie. Rolling to hit on hidden power. Does an 18 hit?
Meets my armor class.
Okay, that will in fact hit.
Does it meet it to beat it? Okay.
I'll let you do this roll because it's fun. Roll a straight d20.
Nat 1.
Nat 1. Hidden power calls upon a move type. And in the case of a 1, the damage being dealt is normal type damage, which for Cookie isn't bad. Could be better, could be worse.
But it's fine, yeah.
Yep. Rolling an even 20. 20 points of normal type damage on the Cookie. Good stuff. Medicham returns its feet to the ground and stands ready for action as the magma storm pummels into its body and it succumbs to its burn. And after all of this damage at the end of its turn, it collapses and the battle ends. Gigi recalls Medicham and says, "No! Your Pokemon are so strong. I knew you'd be a good gym trainer." And she pulls into her gi pocket and gives you 24 Pokemon dollars.
Sweet.
She says, "Hey, I can make a bet with you. It seems like your Pokemon did really, really well against me. I can heal their hit points, but if you want to leave them unhealed and you beat the next challenger, her name is Lauren, I'll make her pay you out double. What do you think?"
So that means I can't heal them either. I just go straight into the next battle.
That is correct. For
That
the
would be
bets,
pretty
you could still
sneaky.
heal them, but like that would be really rude for Gigi, who's like trying to do something fun.
I can also heal during the battle if it should come.
Yeah,
to
that would take an
that.
action, but you can do that.
Okay. I'll take her on.
Okay. She does not pull out a potion from her pocket, and she says, "Very well. Continue down the gym, and you will meet Lauren."
All right. See ya.
It seems that as you start to walk, the area where you had this battle with Gigi just dims, and it becomes like a really like kind of, I don't know how to describe someplace with colorful vocabulary that is just very dimly lit, but it is just very dimly lit. It is like more dim than a gym should be. It is closer to a bar at 2 a.m., if that makes sense. But as you move forward, it's like the building illuminates in front of you. And then like past this area that's immediately in front of you, there's just darkness. You do not see what is beyond. More Pokemon working out on workout machines. They're also muscular and big, and they're all grunting, and they just, some of them have multiple arms. Some of them don't even look particularly muscular. There's one Pokemon that stands out to you that kind of looks like a weasel, that it stands on 2 feet and has whips for hands, and it's just hitting the punching bag, and it's going flap, flap, just super loud echoing. And there's some humans working out as well. They're doing bench presses, they're doing pull-ups, they're on all sorts of workout equipment. But one of them is not working out because this is Lauren and she's been awaiting your challenge. She says, "Hello, challenger. My name is Lauren. I'll be your second challenge for this gym. Now, take a look in front of you." And Cindy, you do in fact do this. I'm sorry, I'm railroading you into taking a look in front of you, but you're in a gym, so
What?
it's okay.
I wanted to walk backwards into this one.
No.
No, I'm kidding.
I know.
It's fine.
What you see is peculiar. This is about the same size as a normal battle pitch, but instead of like a big rug in the middle, you're actually in a sand pit. And it's pretty even where you're standing, apart from a 15-foot circle in the middle, where you can see a bunch of just lumpy looking gray rocks. You notice that they're all kind of wriggling and writhing. And on either side of this pitch, which is the same size as the previous one, which is... Oh, sorry, this one's a little bit smaller. It's a 40-foot square, and there's a 15-foot circle in the middle that is full of some wriggling rocks. And there's a red line on either side of the pitch where Lauren is standing and when you are standing that goes completely horizontally across. Lauren gestures and she says, "This Geodude pit will determine the victor. Here's how this battle goes. Whoever has the most Geodudes on their side of the battle pitch at the end of 10 rounds will win the battle. Or if you knock out my whole team, you can also win the battle. If you knock out a Pokemon and the battle ends after 10 rounds, each knocked out Pokemon is worth 3 Geodudes. Do you have any questions?"
How many Pokemon can I use?
For this challenge, you may use 3 Pokemon, all of the ones you have.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Does that make sense? It's a Geodude collecting game. You can opt...
But also fighting.
Yeah. You could focus on collecting Geodudes. You could do a little bit of both. You could fight and collect Geodudes, or you can just fight. And if you can get all the KOs within 10 rounds, you will just win. So those are your options to consider.
Okay.
Great.
I think I have some ideas.
Okay. She shows you 3 Pokemon. All look very muscular, very athletically capable. One of them looks like the big boy version of the Riolu that you saw earlier, standing more tall, has little bones sticking out of its hands and its chest that seem kind of spiky and hard. This is, in fact, a Lucario. One of the Pokemon you see, it is really just a big blue stag beetle, and it looks like that it has big old muscles on its shoulders that it uses to fling things with its big old horn. The last Pokemon you see kind of reminds you of Key Lime, but it has a very masculine energy to it. It has white legs and a green torso. It has the same kind of red horns that Key Lime used to have and currently still has, but they're just cybernetic, in its chest, and it has green blade arms, and it's swinging them. It's going swing, swing, swing. These are the 3 Pokemon that you will be competing against. For clarity, you are using solely Cookie and Jack, and you can roll initiative whenever you like.
14 on the dice.
14 on the dice. Did you add dexterity?
My dex is +1, so that is a 15.
Okay. They get a natural 17. So Lauren will, in fact, be going first. Let the battle begin. This unique triple battle that is Geodude collecting. Lauren outstretches her hand and says, "Go, my beautiful fighting type Pokemon." And they all go, "Meh!" There's like a big excitement, and they all charge through the sand. The first Pokemon we will describe is, in fact, Heracross. Heracross immediately jumps into the Geodude pit and starts doing what it does best, which is flinging. Heracross is going to make an athletics check right now as part of its action. It passes, and it will be rolling a D10 to see just how many Geodudes it can fling. 5. Heracross, it sticks its horn into the sand underneath all the Geodudes, and it flings them backwards over its head, and 5 Geodudes cross Lauren's line and goes ding, 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 ding. And Lauren has 5 points already with just one of her Pokemon. Gonna be tough. Lucario stands at Lauren's end of the pit, and it holds its hands out, and a staff, like a quarter staff made out of blue aura, extends from its hands, and it summons like a long bone. And it slings this bone, it throws it over its shoulder, and it's aiming towards Soli. It's going to be rolling to hit Soli with a Bone Rush.
Okay.
That's a natural 19. That should, in fact, hit.
That does hit.
Okay. Okay, so this is just like Rock Blast. It hits multiple times. This will hit 3 times.
Okay.
Dealing super effective 58 points of ground type damage.
That's gonna proc weakness policy.
It sure will. Lucario didn't know about that.
But how much damage did it do?
58. Soli got wrecked. As Lucario just...
Just Soli taking a big old nap.
Oh, Soli's knocked out already?
Yes. She only had 51 because I went into this without...
Oh, no!
Healing, yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's going to
happen? I do
happen?
have a revive.
That would cost an action to use, but you can use it.
Yes, but Yeah.
Lucario feeling pretty proud. Lucario did a good thing there. We still got one more. There's Gallade. Gallade's got to go. What will Gallade do? Gallade isn't particularly inclined to go for Geodudes or go for combat, so I will roll for him to decide. He will go for Geodudes. He's going to make an athletics check because he will do that the way that he knows best. He passes, and Gallade will be rolling to see how many Geodudes he can pick up. He only gets one this time. Very unfortunate. Lauren's kind of disappointed. She says, Gallade, you can do better than that. And Gallade just picks up one Geodude very tenderly and begins to march back towards the line. Doesn't make it all the way back, but it seems that it is carrying one Geodude, potentially increasing Lauren's points to 6. It is now Cindy's turn. Soli's knocked out. What do you do?
So if the Geodude leave her side, does she lose those points?
Yep, if you can somehow remove them from her side, or like put them back in the middle, or take them to your side, then yes. They need to...
Well,
yeah.
If, per se, there was a magma storm going on her side of the board and they chose to leave.
Oh, interesting.
Would they be like, yeah, no, I'm out?
Yeah, I would definitely yes and or yes but allow you to do that. I think if you want to use Magma Storm with the intention of having an effect, it will not be as useful as far as damage. It might still deal some damage, but another point
to the Geodude who don't leave.
Sure. I mean, another point to consider too is that what am I thinking? You could possibly knock out the Geodude, which is like not. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Like, who knows? Because right now they're just vibing. They don't really aren't moving. But anyways. I'm assuming you'd like to use...
there's a good chance they'll leave.
Yeah, probably. I'm assuming you'd like to use Magma Storm to encourage the majority of Geodude as you can to leave the area. Yes. And you're not trying to deal damage.
It is a 20-foot circle. I want to position it kind of so it covers basically her goal.
Okay. Her goal is wider than 20 feet, but all of the Geodudes that Heracross flung are in the same spot. And you will also be hitting Gallade because Gallade is walking back to that spot.
Sick.
So
it's a DC 17 con save.
Okay. How about for the Geodudes, if you're not trying to knock them out, how about that they just each individually try to make the con save? And if they pass, they stay. And if they fail, they march across the line back towards the pit.
Okay.
And then for Gallade, we can... would you rather damage Gallade or do you want to like discourage it? Or do you want to damage Gallade or do you want the Geodude it's holding to get frustrated and try to leave?
I don't care either way. I feel like I should roll like a D4 or something to decide for me.
Sure.
Evens, he gets damaged.
Okay,
it's a 3.
You want Gallade to take... Oh, it's a 3. Okay.
So it's a 3. It is not that.
So you're going to try...
The other one.
So all...
The effect is to make the Geodude leave.
All 6 of them, I'm going to be rolling 60-20.
And also the Magma Storm goes on for 10 rounds.
It does.
So she's going to have a real hard time keeping Geodude on her side.
Yeah, which is the length of the battle. However, let it be known, if you use Magma Storm again, that will change the location. Just so you know. Ooh, I need to know the Geodude's con. I don't have that written down. I didn't consider that they would be part of combat, but it makes sense that they are.
Sorry.
No, please don't apologize for these things.
Trying to be creative with it.
Okay. So one of them passes greatly. One of them passes because it has 3 con. And it needed that to push it over the edge. And the other 4 fail. So we will say that 2 of them remain, and we'll just give the one that Gallade is carrying, say that it's not affected by this. And then one that's in the storm just decides to stay put because it doesn't care. And the other 4 of them march, or I suppose on Lauren's turn, they will march out of the Magma Storm. So nicely done. They're going to head straight for the pit. That's where they're comfortable.
So because I have, it's a 3 triple battle, I have 3 actions effectively.
That is correct. Yep.
So I can revive Soli.
Mm-hmm. But then Jack wouldn't do anything. Or Jack could take a bonus action.
But if all of them were alive, I would have 3 full actions, though.
Yes, but think of it this way. Like, each of your Pokemon's actions is a command given by Cindy. So if Cindy takes time to use a revive, that's 1 less action. 1 less command given. Does that make sense?
Okay.
You could revive Soli and immediately have Soli do something, and then Jack wouldn't act. That's also an option.
Okay. I might do that. Because I feel like reviving Soli is my best bet.
Sure.
So I'm gonna use a revive. Does that put it at half?
You get to choose. It would put it at half, or you could roll a number of d12 equal to Soli's level and add 10. That is your choice.
D12?
Yeah. So what level?
So that would be 10 D12?
Yeah. So that's probably the way to go for you.
Yeah.
It could be bad.
I got more than her HP.
Okay. Fully revived. Good gamble.
Sick. Okay.
Might
So
have to
Soli
balance
is...
that, but for now we'll let that slide.
I was about to say, like, that is not balanced.
Yeah, this is the first
I feel
time
like if it was the proficiency modifier of D12 or the level of, like, maybe a D8 or something. To throw that idea out there.
I need to look at the bulkiest mon that we have and see what that math looks like. Because it's not unreasonable that Soli would be easy, because Soli's not particularly thick, but, you know.
That's true.
Anyways, yeah, full HP. You love to see it. Do you want Soli to take an action or Jack to take an action?
Let's have a Soli come in swangin'. So there's the magma storm is storming.
Mm-hmm.
Where are the opponent's Pokemon? Like, how close are they together?
Heracross is 10 feet down in the pit. Lucario is pretty close to Heracross, but it's near the pit. It's near the mouth of the pit. Glade is a little to the left, right before the line that the Geodudes need to cross at the edge of the arena.
Okay. So let's do a flamethrower into the pit at Heracross.
Okay. Do you
if
intend...
other Pokemon get caught in it with the 40-foot cone situation, great, but I think like the goal is centered on Heracross.
Okay. I might have to be a party pooper about one thing. The way that weakness policy works, because Soli went unconscious, I don't think it's active.
It's not procted.
Okay. I'm glad that you're okay with that.
That's fine.
Because logically, I don't think that makes sense. But yeah.
But next time, I am very prepared with this legal piece of... Or does it dissolve because it got hit?
I think if we don't say it's a once per battle thing, it could kind of be abused. Is that okay? I shouldn't be apologizing on the DM, but in the games, it's a once per battle thing, right? So if you get knocked out, or if you switch, if Soli returns to the ball, it ceases to work. So I want to suggest it's been consumed.
Okay.
Is that acceptable? Will you accept that? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
So I need to not get hit by Lucario again.
That would be ideal.
Sick. Okay.
So I need to think about cone lore. If you stand at the edge of the 15-foot pit, you can hit both Heracross and Lucario.
Okay.
That is manageable. With how cones work, when it extends 5 feet, it also goes 5 feet vertically. So if it's a 40-foot cone, yeah, you could definitely hit them both.
Okay. Cool. I need a DC 16 dex save.
From Heracross, fail by more than 5. Lucario, fail. A 3 and a 4. They did terrible. And I should let you know, Lucario is a steel type. Heracross is a bug type. This is super effective against both of them.
Hell yeah. Okay. So 60 damage.
Nice. Solid. And they're both burned.
And they're both burned.
That's really good. Oh, Heracross is squishy. He's a bug. Oh, no.
Sure is. Get squashed. Idiot. Sorry.
No.
Not to you.
No, I know. I don't take offense at all. I was just remembering the stats I gave them, and I think it's fair, but I'm just like, Heracross, you're just a little guy. Yeah, they get obliterated. Soli comes back from unconsciousness, and a gout of flame ejects from her mouth and just absolutely singes these poor fire-weak souls. Glade kind of turns its shoulder and sees his friend suffering, and he gets kind of sad. He's like, oh, I wish that I could have been there to protect them. He sheds a single tear as he goes to set down the Geodude on the other side of the line. I believe that's it for Cindy's turn, right?
Yes.
Okay. Glade successfully returns the Geodude, and... Okay, yeah. He has only one option if he wants to do damage here. He rushes forward. He's on the left side of the arena. He's at the mouth of the pit, but just not at the pit. Like, where Lucario is, he's to the left, 15 feet, if that makes sense. And he looks at... I'm going to roll a d4 for target choosing. solely, which is narratively appropriate, and swipes one of its arms in the air and fires off a psycho cut into Soli, rolling to hit with a blade of psychic energy that soars through the air with a 26 to hit. That should hit.
I don't know. No, it hits.
Sometimes you just have to phrase it like a question because you never know what your players might be having going on. A great roll. 31 points of psychic type damage as a blade of psychic energy slices into Soli. And when it impacts Soli's foxy body, Soli feels in her brain the sorrow that Galate felt when he saw his friends be blasted by the flamethrower. So now there's a bit of emotional payback for Galate, which is very satisfying for him, in case you were wondering what that was like. What do the other Mons want to do? Heracross. Heracross is burnt. That is correct.
They're both burnt. They are both very crispy.
I will let you know a fun fact about Heracross. Heracross has a pretty cool ability. It's called Guts. This is what it does. When Heracross is burned or poisoned, they are not affected by the disadvantage or reduced damage effects. They still take damage at the end of their turns, but Heracross is actually powered up. His strength modifier doubles when he's burned. This is not present for Lucario. Lucario is suffering the burn. But Heracross, he's got funny little ability called Guts. So Heracross is going to take this opportunity to leap out of the pit and try and take out Soli once and for all. Just get rid of Soli. The less Mons on the field, the better. I'm going to be firing forward with an arm thrust. It's a multi-hit
baby doll eyes.
No. Okay, so it's a disadvantage.
As a reaction, you may impose disadvantage on an enemy creature after they target yourself or an ally, and before they roll to hit or a save is rolled.
Great. Yeah. So disadvantage. Rolling a disadvantage. The first one would be 23 to hit. Disadvantage. That would hit. Believe it or not, they got the same number on both rolls.
Oh. Okay, so it does hit.
It does, in fact, hit. This is arm thrust. It's like Rock Blast. It's like Bone Rush. We're going to see how many times it hits. It hits 4 times.
But it's not super effective.
It's not super effective. Fighting type damage is neutral. This is
going to hurt.
This is Guts boosted, so it has a little bit more damage than usual. Low roll. You are lucky. 18 points of fighting type damage as pa 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 pa. Soli just gets beat up by a bug. It is funny.
Is it 18?
18 points, yeah. Low roll, low damage.
Okay.
And then Heracross immediately takes 4 points of burn damage. Lucario is feeling not hot. Lucario is going to replace Heracross in the pit and attempt to use its psychic powers, its aura powers, to remove a certain number of Geodude, which we will determine based on its intelligence check that we are making. It rolled a 13, which is like kind of barely better than what you need for strength. So we will let him roll a d4 to see how many Geodudes that Lucario can manipulate. The answer is 2. Lucario picks up 2 Geodudes with its mind and moves them over the line. So there are now 4 Geodudes on... Yeah, because Gallade set theirs down and 1 made the con check. So now there's 4 Geodudes over there. But it's also the end of their turn and Magma Storm's going to proc. So all 4 of those Geodudes are also going to make another con save to see if they remain DC 17, right?
I'm pretty sure.
One of them pass. So one of those at the start of the next turn, at the start of turn 3.
She'll only have 1.
No, sorry. Oh yeah, that is how that works. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, at the start of the next turn, there will only be 1. Great. And Lucario takes 4 points of burn damage. There's a lot going on with this challenge. This is turn...
Sorry, I'm having a great time.
No, I'm glad. This is turn 2.5. I'm glad you're having fun. That's the whole point. Right? Yeah, this is the second round and it's Cindy's turn. And then after this will be turn 3. Right? Turn 1. Yeah, this is turn 2.5. Yeah.
Okay.
Cindy, what do you do?
I'm going to send Jack into the pit to corral some Geodude.
Okay.
And use intimidation to try to be like, yo, get over here.
Fun. I love that. So the default save for getting a Geodude is 10. I think if you're doing intimidation, you're probably rolling charisma, correct?
I'm guessing, yeah.
So,
but I have specifically +3 to intimidation, just because Jack is intimidating.
That is correct. So yeah. That's
a nat 20.
That's a nat 20. Oh
+3.
My god.
Jack is real scary.
Yeah, Jack fucking terrifies these Geodude. Shit. Okay. Behind the screen a little bit, there's technically an infinite number of Geodude in here, but we can't be doing that. I need to know how many are impacted, and based on the table that I have, roll 3d20. Is that too much? No, it'd be fun. Roll 3d20.
42.
No way, actually?
Yeah, I got a 16 and an 18.
Holy shit.
42.
For flavor purposes, we will say that Jack leaps into the pit and goes, "Meow!" And the Geodude are all like, "Ooh!" They're all terrified. They all have their arms in the air. And we will say that effectively all of them evacuate the pit and attempt to make it over to Cindy's side. Roll me one more d20 for Jack.
Okay.
DC 15. I'm not going to tell you the stat.
It's a 9 on the dice.
Okay. I'm not gonna.
So I don't think with a +3 I won't get that's my highest modifier. So that doesn't.
This is an unrelated roll. I just wanted Jack to make a roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna say we can't physically get 42 across the line at the end of your turn all at once, but.
Mm-hmm. But unless other things happen, that's kind of the direction things are heading over the next couple turns.
Yes. At the end of your turn, when you're done with all of your things, based on the distance that they're moving, because they're always kind of technically active, there's going to be 30 of them. You will have 30 points, unless you do something silly with the rest of your actions. So.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah, nice crit. Nicely done.
That was so fun.
And Cookie can still go, right?
I still have all, that was the first thing I did.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, keep going.
I have everybody else.
Yeah.
With a 30-foot cone, can I want to try to hit either Heracross or Lucario or both, if I can, with a 30-foot cone.
You could definitely hit Heracross, and you could hit Lucario or Gallade.
I'm going to focus on Heracross and Lucario.
Okay.
So it is, I'm going to use Dragon Breath with Cookie.
Okay.
And that is a DC 17 Dex save.
And for clarity, you're trying to hit multiple enemies, correct?
It's just all targets caught in the blast must make a Dex save against.
That's more than one,
DC.
Correct?
Yes.
As a reaction, Gallade will consume its wide guard, and it will negate this action. I'm very sorry.
So it just doesn't happen.
It just doesn't happen. If Gallade wants to do it again, they have to get a DC 15 on a D20. But once per battle, they get to just negate it. So apologies. Cookie's action is negated to wide guard.
But it's Soli's.
Soli's is not.
Are Heracross and Riolu in a 20-foot radius of each other?
Are you thinking like an overheat wise?
Yes.
Yes. To get in range where you would hit both, either you can definitely hit Heracross no matter what. If you want to hit either Gallade or Lucario in addition, you would provoke an attack of opportunity from Heracross because they are in melee range of you because they just arm thrusted Soli. Something to consider. They could miss, but if Soli wants to get another Pokemon in range of overheat, she has to move past Heracross.
I guess we'll just hit Heracross then.
Okay.
It's a DC 14 Dex save.
All right. With overheat?
Yes.
Okay. They get 16. Dirty 16.
So they pass.
So they with super effective, they take neutral damage, basically.
Okay.
Effectively.
That's 5d8 plus 5.
Wow. That's quite a bit of damage.
22 damage.
22. Heracross is grateful for those low rolls. as Heracross is not knocked out, as Soli unleashes an overheat from her body and a wave of incredibly hot energy pulses through some of the Geodudes that are marching back to the side, but it doesn't discourage them because it was an attack focused on Heracross. Heracross is still standing. It's got guts. It's gutsy. And I believe Soli will be disadvantaged or something.
Yes.
Okay. Unfortunately, you've had big numbers today. I think that's fine that Soli gets some low numbers. That ends the turn.
Yes.
Round 3. Lauren has 1 point. Cindy has 30 points.
30.
It's not looking good. Lauren is evaluating the situation and how fucking crazy Jack was there and how scary he was. Lauren is... You don't need to make an insight check to know that Lauren is giving up on the Geodude strategy. She's going full offensive because there is no chance that she can win at this point. So, how is this going to look? Soli is in front of Heracross, like near the pit. I think everyone else... Jack is in the pit, actually, right?
Yes.
And then Cookie's just standing back near Cindy. Okay. Gallade is going to rush forward, using its strongest attack into Soli, being close combat. It swings into Soli with its blade arms, punching over and over and over and over and over again, making itself potentially vulnerable in the process. Rolling to hit a crit. Wow. It's gonna be a lot of damage.
Baby doll eyes.
Okay. Yeah. I already rolled it though. That's part of the condition of baby doll eyes. You're too late, right?
Oh shoot. I guess it says before they roll to hit.
I rolled to hit. I'm so sorry.
Oh. Okay.
That's what the crit was the rolling.
Oh shit. Okay. That might be it for Soli right now.
It might be. Do you have any more revives?
I have one more revive.
Okay. Dealing a number of dice that I don't want to tell you. This deals 56 points of fighting type damage.
Yeah, Soli's snoozing.
Gallade absolutely pummels Soli beyond consciousness. It appears that Gallade is breathing heavily and is temporarily weakened. Keep that in mind. Soli is...
And that's a melee attack, right?
That is a melee attack, yes.
So you would say that Heracross and Gallade are like very close to each other.
Yeah, they're right next to each other.
Excellent. Okay.
Interesting how that is an interesting thing. Heracross has very little gas left in the tank. Heracross is going to keep doing the punchy punch thing. Is Heracross going to move forward and target Cookie or move backwards and target Jack? Rolling a dice to determine. It will move forward and target Cookie with an arm thrust. Rolling to hit. 18.
That meets my armor class.
That
will hit.
Rolling how many times the arms are thrusted. The answer is 2. Minimum roll. Heracross jumps in. Papa. Dealing 20 points of fighting type damage. I believe this
is that a melee attack?
It sure is.
Yes.
It is straight arm thrusts.
That procs magma goo. So you can roll a d4. On a 3 or 4, your movement speed is halved, and your AC is dropped by 2 for 1 minute.
Heracross got a 3.
So your movement speed is halved, and your AC is dropped by 2 for 1 minute.
That is the rest of... No, that's until round 9. Okay, understood. Which I don't think this challenge will go to round 9. Very good. Lucario... I'll give Heracross his burn damage right now. Lucario, what will you do? Lucario is in the pit with Jack. You rolled a crit on that? I'm going to make a save, actually, for Lucario. I'm realizing he was in the pit.
Afraid.
Yeah. I wouldn't normally if it wasn't a crit, but he passed. He's fine. He's of strong mind. He is burned, so he's doing less damage. But he is going to charge up an Aura Sphere. There's no way to describe this besides it's like a Hadouken or a Kamehameha, or, he puts his hands at his side and goes, and then a sphere appears and just shoots out towards Jack. This is similar to Aerial Ace, in which case you don't roll a hit because it just hits. But it is a bit of a weaker move, and the fact that he's burned means that damage is rolled at disadvantage. So, yeah, 11 points 11 points of fighting type damage as the aura sphere blasts into Jack. It should be neutral on Jack. And then
what type is Aurasphere?
Fighting.
Yeah.
And then Lucario takes 4 points of burn damage, and that's it for Lauren. Just going on the offensive. Turn 3.5. Cindy's turn.
So there's still a couple more Geodude running to my side.
Yes, there's 12 of them.
Hell yeah. Okay. Tolly is schnoozing. I think that's fine for now. Let's have Cookie do something. Are Heracross and was it Gallade in a 20-foot circle from each other?
No. Soli was right next to the pit, and Gallade close combated Soli down. Heracross moved over to the edge of the arena where Cookie was, right?
Yeah.
So no, they are not in range of each other. I think you could reason that since both Lucario and Heracross, despite not being near each other, are both in the midline of the field, you could probably hit both of them.
Cool. Let's drop a Draco Meteor on them.
Okay, Heracross and Lucario, saving for Draco Meteor. DC 17 Dex?
Yes.
Okay. Heracross passes. I think there's no world where Heracross is not knocked out. So we will... It has 5 HP. I don't think you can roll 4 HP.
My additional is plus 9.
Yeah. So
at minimum. Yeah.
So Heracross is out. Lucario fails. Lucario resists Dragon. Lucario is a Steel type.
Okay, but because it failed,
it gets
I could just roll the... Yeah.
Yep.
34 plus 9 damage is 43?
43, correct. Yo, I love this damage passive for Cindy. It's perfect because...
It is.
it helps the glass cannon vibe so much. I just love it. Awesome. Yeah, this is the first passive that I just really just stole from D&D, but it's just so good. It just... Oh,
flavored it.
Guess what?
Yeah.
I just realized my IRL table, I'm playing an evocation wizard, and I should be able to get that passive. I think I'll do that because that'll be fun. He's slinging fireballs and stuff, so yeah, that's great. Anyways, Lucario taking a resisted hit takes a significant amount of damage from Draconic meteors falling from the sky, and Heracross falls onto its back, and its legs shrivel up like a bug, because it is a bug. Heracross is recalled. Nicely done. What's next?
And Lucario's not?
Lucario's not. Lucario resisted the hit and had a lot more HP than a little bug.
Okay. And he still is burnt. So
he's still burnt.
That's fine. I still have Jack. Who is close to Jack?
Jack is in melee range of either. Could not hit both because they're at an L.
Yeah. Jack only has melee attacks?
Okay. There's a Gallade, there's a Lucario.
What types are they?
If you want to roll an insight, I will divulge some information based on what you roll.
Fuck. Cindy's stupid. This is why Cindy couldn't win any battles.
She's doing good now.
Insight +1, that's 8.
Okay. Cindy knows that they're both fighting types because this is the fighting type gym. Cindy guesses that because Gallade looks so similar to Key Lime, it has to be either fairy or psychic type, but she doesn't know which.
Dark is super effective to psychic?
Yes, that is correct.
Hell yeah. Okay, I know things.
Okay.
Jack is gonna nom nom Gallade.
Is that bite? Is that crunch? What movie?
It is bite.
Bite. Jack has advantage because of close combat.
Oh, hell yeah. That gives me a better chance of rolling a 19 or 20 to get the flinch.
That's true.
Let's see what we got. Fuck. 17 to hit?
That does break Gallade's armor class.
Okay. It does not flinch.
Okay. You still hit it though.
I rolled real low. Okay. Yeah. So it's 2d8 plus 3, and is it effective?
It is neutral.
Neutral. Okay.
Fighting resists dark.
Gotcha. 2d8 plus 3. But Jack is not level 9, so Jack does not get the splody dice.
That's true. It's very unfortunate.
10 damage. 10 nom 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 damage.
The first damage that Gallade has taken. in this combat, actually. And as Jack, the little kitty cat, leaps out of the Geodude pit and noms on Galade's exposed shoulder. Let it be known that as this vicious dark-type attack connects with Gallade, Galade's eyes fill with fury as its ability Justified is activated. When Gallade is hit by a dark-type attack, its next attack will have advantage. With Guts, too.
That's Guts?
No, it doesn't have Guts. I'm just saying earlier with Heracross getting burned, and then with Gallade taking a dark-type hit, it's just unfortunate. But how were you supposed to know? There's no way you're supposed to know. But that is their ability.
I would never have known.
Yeah. Gallade has an ability that in the game, if it gets hit by a dark move, its attack increases, and here it gets advantage.
So it's advantage to hit or advantage to roll?
To hit.
Okay. Okay.
So, not the end of the world, but now you know.
Okay. I thought I was doing real good.
No, you were doing good, and that was the correct play, and you figured out the type. It just happened to have an ability that it's good against dark types. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I guess, taking dark type damage specifically.
Solely is still taking a big old snooze, because I don't think I have the action economy to revive.
You do, just Solely wouldn't do anything.
Then, yeah, I'll revive her.
Okay.
And roll my 10D
10d12, yeah, that's a little much. I don't want to turn back on it now. I think for you we'll stick with it, but for the next time, you think proficiency d12 is fair?
Okay, I got 46 this time. So 46 out of 70 HP.
That's better.
I don't know if that
it's supposed to be close to
roll,
half.
Yeah.
That's the goal. Is to get
that
you...
one was close to half, but I got really good rolls and got 84.
Okay. After our gym challenge, I'm going to be changing it to proficiency D12, I think.
Or if it was level D8 or something, I think that would also...
Level D8's more fun. Let's do that.
Right, I'm just to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, did I roll enough? I might have only rolled 8. Because looking at the 10 D8, I was like, maybe I didn't roll enough D12. With my level of D8, I got 50 and my HP 70. Just to put that in
interesting
perspective for you.
Okay.
But that's fine. 46 HP is fine for Solely.
Great. Yeah, Solely's up. Solely just can't do anything.
Totally fine. Solely's just happy to be here.
Great. That's it for Cindy's turn?
Yes.
Round 4. The remaining 12 Geodude cross the line. I'll make a con save for Lauren's remaining Geodude. They crit. They will not be...
They're just this storm is great.
Yeah, they just don't care. They're just hanging out. So the Geodude score is 1 versus 42. If you want to include the fell Pokemon, then it is 4 versus 45. Because each fainted Pokemon's worth 3. Anyways, round 4. Here we are. Heracross is knocked out. Lucario's not looking good. Gallade actually looks great. We'll start with Gallade in that case. Gallade has a little kitty on his arm, and he's saying, enough of that. I don't want that. Gallade will continue doing what it does best, which is close combating. It's going to pummel the kitty to bits. 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. Torracat is not a dark type, which it is very grateful for at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Taking some damage. Big fighting type damage. 38 points of fighting type damage as Gallade goes bah, 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 with its limbs. And once again, Gallade... Oh, I had advantage, but it didn't matter. Once again, Gallade looks kind of tired after doing this. It seems like it will be easier to hit, but Gallade hasn't suffered a penalty from that yet, so we'll keep close combating. That is it for Gallade. Lucario not doing super hot.
And will take burn damage.
At the end of its turn, correct.
Yes.
Lucario will leap out of the pit. It saw some success with the Bone Rush. Will not leap out of the pit. It will leap to the brim of the pit, and it will throw its Bone Rush at Cookie. Needs to get some damage on that guy. So, rolling to hit. Does a 8 hit?
An 8 does not hit Cookie.
Unfortunate. It whiffs. Lucario summons an Aura Bone and slings it over at Cookie, and it just evaporates, and Lucario goes, Purr, and it looks sad, and it takes burn damage. That's it for Lauren.
So how close are Gallade and
Lucario. They're separated by a 15-foot, somewhat diagonal line.
Okay. That's fine. What is the relationship with ghost type moves on like psychic Pokemon or fighting type?
You can
Do they not hit
you can
at
roll
all?
insight if you want.
Oh, there's definitely it like doesn't hit at all, does it? For fighting type.
Tell me what you roll.
I'm gonna roll so bad. I'm not gonna risk it. Okay, we're gonna do a double kick into Gallade with Jack. Jack is double kicking.
Okay. Are you sure you don't want to make an insight check?
I guess I'll make the insight check.
Okay.
Oh. Insight is +1. That's a 19.
That's pretty good. That should give you more than just how the psychic type matches up. I don't know if I want to give you Galade's whole type chart.
I just wanted to know if like using lick, a ghost type move, would do hit or just not.
I'm going to give you Galade's most relevant weakness and most relevant resist. Are you ready?
Sure.
Its most relevant weakness is ghost. Its most relevant resist is fighting.
So using lick is better?
It's super effective, correct.
Okay. I guess since Jack's here, let's lick him.
Let's lick him.
Just lick him.
You have advantage because he just close combated.
Oh, sick. 16 + 6 to hit. So 22 to hit.
Yeah, that will definitely hit.
Okay. It does not become paralyzed, unfortunately.
Unfortunate. Super effective, though.
16 + 3 is 19.
Not bad.
Licky lick damage.
19 licky lick damage.
It's like, oh, bite didn't work? Let me just slobber all over him.
Yeah, exactly. Glade seems unusually disturbed by the lick. Even though it's just a kitty cat giving a lick, he's just not having it. Glade's not a fan.
The sandpaper tongue isn't doing it for him.
Yep. What's next?
Okay. We have Cookie. So the last time Soli moved, Soli used Overheat.
Mm-hmm.
Which was exhausting, but then she was knocked out. So I don't have the
I think we will apply the
repercussions of that.
Well, we will apply the same logic as weakness policy. Is that when you're knocked out, all your buffs and debuffs are erased. So,
oh yeah,
yeah.
Huh.
I think that's fair.
Okay. All right. So the 20-foot circle of Magma Storm. Who, if I were to move it, who could I hit? Could I only hit one or could I hit two?
You could hit both. You would hit Jack.
Okay.
He would have an advantage to save, and he would take resisted damage, but you would hit Jack. There's no way around that.
Okay, hear me out. We send Soli in on a quick attack mission to scoop Jack out.
Okay. Yeah, so quick attack, you can definitely get there. Soli's going to have to make either a strength or dex check with a DC of 14 to get Jack out. Is that fair?
How does a 6 do?
6 does not work. It is up to you if you want to keep Soli in there or if you want Soli to get out.
Well, Soli will just get a flash fire buff.
Correct. And if you're using quick attack, then you aren't going to provoke opportunity attacks.
Okay, that's fine. Soli can chill in there.
Soli's going to chill in there. Okay, let it rip.
DC 17 con save.
Okay, and Jack needs to make that too with advantage.
Okay.
Gallade passes, Lucario fails. Lucario's taking effectively quadruple damage because it's super effective and it failed the save. Lucario's knocked out at 16 HP. There's no way with 4 times damage it isn't knocked out.
Jack fails by 1.
Okay, and Jack resists, so Jack takes the same amount of damage as Gallade, who passed. So you just roll damage.
Okay. Oh, Jack might be knocked out. This might be rough. Will she get points if I knock out my own Pokemon?
Yes, it's based on the number of Pokemon remaining. So
okay.
Yes.
20 plus 5 is 25 damage.
Okay, yeah. Lucario was taking 100 damage, so Lucario's out.
Okay. And so that means Jack's taking 25 damage?
That is correct. And Gallade is as well.
Jack is knocked out.
Jack! Wait, this is a 1v1 now? Ooh.
Sully's still
Oh,
here.
Sully's up. Just kidding. You revived Sully. How many revives do you have left?
None.
Okay, that was it.
Yeah.
This is a contentious battle. Woohoo! I like it. Okay.
So it's just Gallade.
Just Gallade. The Karyoga just got knocked out. Lauren recalls the Karyoga.
Sully did the quick attack.
Correct.
Which is a bonus action.
Uh-huh.
So does Sully still have
An action? Yeah, absolutely.
That is procced by Flash Fire.
That's correct.
From being in the Magma Storm.
You didn't revive this turn, did you?
No.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, last turn I revived her. That was it.
Yeah.
And I don't have the exhaustion from Overheat.
True.
But if I doubled the damage bonus, because it's only Gallade.
That's correct.
How's Gallade looking?
Gallade is above half health. Gallade is in the green.
Okay. Is Gallade still tired from using close combat twice?
Yes. So advantage on your attack or disadvantage on their save.
Disadvantage. Okay. We're gonna do Overheat, so I need a DC 14 Dex save from Gallade.
14?
Yes.
Okay. Their first
I know
roll,
that's not super high, but
their first roll is a natural 1, so we're gonna give you the crit.
Holy. Okay. So it's 5d8 plus 5, but with a flash fire bonus, it is plus 10.
Okay.
And because it's a crit, is it the one where it's like the max damage?
Yeah, I forgot.
Plus?
Every time this comes up, I forget if we're keeping the max damage of the dice or the max damage of the dice plus the damage bonus. I literally don't remember, and I feel like an idiot because this came up in Schmidt's Gym Challenge last time.
And if it is the max damage plus my bonus is doubled.
Right.
So does it maintain the plus, the plus?
Oh my gosh. I want to say it's just dice, but I don't remember, and I think with the damage bonus that might just be like too much. So that's based,
especially right now because everything's about to be real rough.
Yeah, I think it's fine either way. So that's 40 flat damage.
Yes.
And then you also roll on top of that.
Oh shit! I got a lot of ones. 19 plus 10 puts us at 29. So 40 plus 29
69.
Is 69. Nice.
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 Okay.
Some nice type damage.
Yeah, Gallade takes a big hit. Gallade is not looking good. Gallade is still standing.
No! Okay, sorry.
It's just what it is. Galade's still up.
So close.
So close. As Sully releases all the heat from her body, and she looks a little bit colder when she's done. And a little burnt out, perhaps. And Gallade takes a knee, but is still standing as he smolders a little bit. That's it for Cindy's turn, correct?
Yeah, I don't think I can do anything else.
Okay. Round 5. This is technically only halfway through the regular Geodude collecting competition, but we are not doing that anymore. Gallade has 1 close combat left, and he's deciding, aka I'm deciding, if he feels like it's worth using right now. Yeah, it's his best bet. Especially, yeah. Gallade's just going to use its last close combat on Sully, rolling to hit. 23 to hit.
That will hit.
Gallade is here on a mission. Rolling its very strong close combat. Not a great roll, 29 points of damage.
Okay.
Is Sully up still?
Yeah.
Damn.
I just need to do math.
And Gallade does not move. Gallade is focused on taking out Sully before moving to Cookie. That is it for Lauren's turn.
So I forgot, I still have an OG passive from back in the level 3 day.
Yeah.
That if I have less than my base HP, I get plus a damage dice. So Sully is at that point.
Where you get boosted damage because you're at a lower HP level, right?
Just with Sully.
Okay.
But let's start with Cookie.
Okay. I guess there's Magma Storm damage too, actually. Hold on. Forgot about that.
Oh, is it in the Magma Storm?
Yeah. So
that's 16 damage.
Okay. Yeah. Gallade's still up.
Okay. If I roll do Magma Storm again, it'll just take the I can roll again to roll for the damage.
Yeah. Well, is there an automatic activation portion of it, or am I thinking of Rock Tomb?
I think that's just Rock Tomb.
Okay.
It just says, as long as they remain in the zone, 16 damage for 1
yeah,
minute.
Yeah, it's more of a trapped area. Yeah.
So that's a DC 17 con save.
Gallade gets a natural 17.
Okay, so it passes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 16.
16 points of damage. Sorry?
And it's still in the Magma Storm, which is what it would have been if it had just stayed another turn anyway.
That's correct. And the truth of the matter is, after the last Magma Storm, Gallade had 3 hit points. So, with this last Magma Storm, Gallade falls to the ground face first. And the battle is over. Congratulations with you and your 42, effectively 48 Geodude. No, more than that. 52. 51 Geodude. I can count. Yeah. Lauren shakes her head and she says, I've never seen anyone collect that many Geodude before. How did you do it?
Jack is scary, bro.
She says, that Torracat certainly is. And she fully heals all of your Pokemon except their power points. She will not heal their power points.
Oh, shit. We are out of a lot of moves.
They all get boosted all the way back up there, all their health. Lauren says, congratulations, you're a very powerful challenger. However, the gym leader, Brawly, awaits you. Proceed when you're ready.
So I heard you're paying me out double.
She said, oh, yeah, that bet with Gigi. Yeah, let me see. And I roll for her. And yeah, she gives you 50 flat Pokemon dollars. 50.
I'll take it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Shoot. I don't have any things that do
power points.
PP. Do any berries do it?
What berries do you have? Yes, the Lepa berry restores PP.
I have 3 citrus berries, 4 lum berries, and 1 haban.
Ooh, that's a fun berry. Yeah. No Lepas, unfortunately.
Okay. This is gonna be so much fun.
Are you ready to challenge Brawly?
I just want to think about my game plan because I have no what's it called?
Power points.
I have no Draco Meteor at all.
Ooh. Okay.
I have 1 Magma Storm.
Uh-huh. You got Dragon Breath, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
And I think I still have Baby Doll Eyes. Still Flamethrower. Did I use Overheat twice?
Yes.
I think I did.
You did.
Okay. So that's 1 left of that. Okay. Okay.
I think you can do it. I believe.
I sure hope so.
Are you ready?
I guess so.
Okay. You leave the Geodude pit as Lauren picks up the 1 Geodude she secured and starts bench pressing it on her back in the sand. You move forward and you come up, as you move forward, all the lights behind you, this long hallway of a gym you've been progressing, all the lights fade. And not only that, but the sound of all the workout equipment and all the grunting and the dumbbells also ceases. Perhaps everyone is done because everyone is now realizing it's time to spectate the gym challenge. You step forward and 4 lights turn on, and you see a large 60-foot boxing ring. In the blue corner on the opposite side, you see a man with blue hair, kind of a muscular, raggedy look. He's wearing orange trunks. He's shirtless. He just finished a workout, and he turns around and he says, hey, a new challenger. Welcome. My name's Brawly. I'm the Dewford Town gym leader.
Hello. I'm Cindy.
He says, hello, Cindy. Why don't you get up in the ring?
This is probably a bad idea. Can I roll to, hop into the ring, cool?
Yeah, roll acrobatics. I'm going to give you DC 12.
That's a nat 1.
Nat 1?
That's a nat 1. I trip on the way in and fall flat on my face.
You do. Roll a D6.
1. Also 1.
Okay, so you take 1 point of damage as you fall.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I will.
Brawly runs over. He's like, whoa, Cindy, are you okay? What were you thinking? And he helps you up.
I was trying to be cool.
Brawly was like, fair. You're pretty tiny. I think you should prove your coolness in our battle instead.
Oh, don't worry. I will.
He says, very well. I believe that for you, this should be your 5th gym challenge, correct?
Yes.
He opens up a training bag like a string sack backpack that appears to just be full of Pokeballs, and he rummages through them. He says, "In that case, I'll choose out of these Pokemon." And he grabs a handful of Pokeballs. He says, "Now, for your 5th gym challenge, I will allow you to choose the terms. You can choose for us to use between 1 to 3 of our Pokemon, and you get to choose the format, single, double, or triple battle. It is your choice. Take as much time as you want, because I know you're kind of strategizing with your PowerPoints and stuff."
Yeah. I'm just afraid, like, Jack's just not gonna be strong enough. Because Jack's only level 8 compared to everybody else. Because if I just roll Solely and Cookie out there in a double battle, I might be able to just clean up. Is fighting, like, does it resist dragon?
No, it does not.
Okay, so the dragon resistance was coming from somewhere else.
It came from Steel on Lucario.
Okay. But Jack's Intimidate was pretty pog. In a battle, does Jack, like, intimidate the same way that, like, the games, or no?
What does the ability say?
It just says I have +3 to Intimidation.
Okay, Intimidate is Jack's hidden ability. Jack does not have it. Jack has Blaze. Not saying that you can't use his ability, like, the Intimidation ability.
I can use it, like, as a move,
exactly.
Or not a move, but, like, an action.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I was confused there for a minute. I was like, yeah, hidden abilities in this universe are rare, so.
Okay. Let's do a double battle.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna send in Cookie and Solely.
So a double battle with 2 Pokemon or a double battle with 3 Pokemon?
A double battle with 2.
Okay. And you're choosing
like,
Cookie and Solely?
These are it, yeah.
Okay. Cool. I just wanted to make sure you knew that you had the option to for like a single battle with 2 Pokemon and stuff, but you want just the 2 on the field right away.
Yes.
Okay. Brawly says,
I have a lot of spread moves.
Yeah. Brawly says, "Very well. Allow me to choose my 2." And he like rifles through some Ultra Balls and he says, "Well, definitely you." And he picks one up. And then for the other one, he's going to make a roll to decide. Why don't you roll? Actually, there's 2 Pokemon here. Is 1 through 10 even, or is it 1 through 9? Yeah. No, just roll a d4. That's easier. Roll a d4. Lower is 1 Pokemon and higher is 1 Pokemon.
I got a 4.
You got a 4.
So the higher.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He chooses his 2 combatants. Both of them you've seen before.
Mm-hmm.
One of them you saw at the incident with the Carpenter family. When Alex's aunt and uncle returned, they were joined by a Pokemon that was carrying groceries. That Pokemon was a sumo wrestler Pokemon called Hariyama. It's a big, chonky guy with big old hands he uses to push his opponents.
Didn't we also see a Hariyama at the volcano eruption in one of the houses?
Yeah, you probably did. Yeah. There's that's great memory. Yeah, there's a Hariyama in the house.
He was like, "I can't leave the house. It's like my guy."
Yeah, that was Hariyama. Yeah,
yes.
It's a Hoenn Pokemon. People from Hoenn are very familiar with it. There's a Pokemon that lives in Hoenn, but is native to Kanto. That is Brawly's other Pokemon. It's one that you saw as you entered the gym. It is the iconic 4-armed fighter Machamp. These are your 2 opponents ready to give a beatdown. I suppose there is probably nothing else besides for you to roll initiative. Brawly gets a 16.
He wins.
Okay, Brawly will be going first.
I got 11.
Let the battle begin. Brawly takes a technique that he's apparently been teaching Gigi. As Hariyama, surprisingly agile, leaps forward and claps its hands in front of Gudra with a fake out, a move that can only be used at the start of the battle. Rolling to hit on Cookie. Ooh, natural 2. Does a 9 hit?
No, a 9 does not hit.
Fake out will not take effect. Very lucky. Could have been crippling. And now Hariyama gets to do nothing.
Sick.
Roll. Have Cindy make either an insight or a perception, whichever she prefers.
They're both the same. 14.
That's pretty good. Cindy, just looking at Machamp, gets the vibe that this particular Pokemon, not even the species, but this Machamp in particular, is very relentless. It will do whatever it takes to make its attacks hit, and as such, it has no defenses. Just let that kind of resonate in your mind.
To just body it.
As such, Machamp lifts two of its hands in the air and uses its other two hands to crack its knuckles, and it lunges forward to smack Sully with a dynamic punch.
Baby doll eyes.
Great. Good decision. Rolling at disadvantage. Believe it or not, what I was describing to you before was Machamp's ability, No Guard. With No Guard, any attack that Machamp makes is at advantage, and any attack made to Machamp is at advantage. With Baby Doll Eyes, this reduces it to just being normal for this attack. It's not at advantage. And Machamp gets a dirty 17. That should connect.
That does connect.
Okay.
Just connects.
Rolling damage. Neutral damage for a dynamic punch. 25 points of fighting type damage as a relentless, powerful fist smashes into Sully, and she gets blasted back like a good 20 feet. Has to walk back into the arena. Sully is also now confused.
Okay, what does confusion do? I have to
Before
roll
you take
to be able to attack.
Yeah, before you take an action, you roll a d4, and let me get the specifics for you. I don't want to get it wrong. Okay, you are afflicted for 3 rounds. During this time, you cannot take reactions, and your speed is halved. When a confused Pokemon uses an action or a bonus action, so I guess no more Baby Doll Eyes until you're not confused, you must roll... It says a d20. This should be a d4. Well, we'll keep it... No, we'll keep it a d20. We'll keep it a d20.
Okay.
The first thing you do is roll a d20. On a 10 or lower, you drop concentration, which doesn't matter, and you will deal damage to yourself. Between an 11 and 15, you get to act. And on a 16 or higher, you are no longer confused.
Okay.
So just don't roll below a 10, basically.
Okay, so I guess I'll roll for Sully to be able to act. I got a 19.
Great, you are no longer confused.
Sick. Awesome. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
All that for nothing.
Yep. And not saying it won't come back.
Are they within 20 feet of each other, the other Pokemon?
Yes. Hariyama entered melee range of Cookie, so you could diagonal to get both.
Overheat.
Okay.
So DC 14.
A circle. 20-foot circle.
I guess.
Okay. That means moving past Machamp. No. Moving past Hariyama.
Could I quick attack to make that movement instead?
Sure. Yep. That's totally fine. Yep. And you might as well roll to damage the quick attack as well onto Machamp if you'd like.
Sure.
Because it's moving you. Like, you might as well damage, right?
Sure. I don't know. Plus 8. 17?
Yep, that hits.
Oh, cool.
And remember, everything you have against Machamp has advantage, too.
Oh.
You could roll for the crit. You can see if you crit. Yeah, just roll.
I did not.
Okay.
6 damage.
We'll take it. And now an overheat, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Machamp
so
saves.
That is a DC 14 dex.
Okay. Machamp saves at disadvantage.
Okay.
And it passed, actually. It got 2 18s. So.
Okay.
Lucky for Machamp. Hariyama making 1 save. Got a natural 3. Hariyama fails. Machamp passes.
Okay. 22 damage.
Onto Hariyama.
The bigger damage.
Okay. And then that means Machamp takes 11.
Yes.
Great. They seem a little shook by it. They're like, nah. When Hariyama takes this, it seems like, for some unknown reason, which I will give you clarity right now. How do I want to flavor this? I don't know how to flavor it. I will just say it. Hariyama's ability, this gym is full of ability jukes. Hariyama is so chunky, and its ability is thick fat, and any hot or cold damage from fire or ice type moves is reduced. So it also will be taking 11 from this fire type attack.
Okay. So Magma Storm might not be the play.
Maybe not. At least on Hariyama. No more ability surprises. You know all of them now. There's thick fat, there's no guard, there's nothing else.
If I do a melee attack with Cookie, does it proc Magma Goo or no?
It does not unless you want your melee attack to just be proccing magma goo. Like if you want to inflict that, like if you want to just have the ability happen, it wouldn't be an attack. You would just be making the goo happen. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
However, may I suggest, Hariyama and Machamp are like two of the punchiest punch guys ever, right? So you're very likely to get punched.
That's true. You know what? I'll take, like, I know that it'll be reduced. There can be reduced by Hariyama. But I think a Magma Storm over everybody, including Soli, because Soli is, I'm assuming, at the epicenter of the 20-foot radius, where both Pokemon are, and Soli will just get procced by it.
This is what we wanted for Cindy. Circles. Stacking circles.
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 So that is a DC 17 con save.
Okay. Machamp has disadvantage. The first one, it fails by 1. We'll see if it fails lower. And then it fails by 2. So, failed by 2.
Okay.
Hariyama's chonky. Hariyama gets a crit. Hariyama takes no damage.
Of course. Okay. 24.
24 to Machamp.
And it is raining magma goo, or magma storm, whatever. So they will take 16 damage on the end of their turn.
Yep.
Is that both of them, even though it crit, or?
Yeah, it would be both of them if they don't move, which they may wish to. But I will. Yeah, it's the middle of the map. We will say it's the middle of the boxing ring. So there's a little area there, and Soli has a flash fire boost. So
yes.
Okay, is that it for Cindy?
I think that's all I can do on my turn. So yes.
A bell dings. Ding ding. It's round 2. Brawly punches. He shadow boxes in the air. He says, "You know what to do, Machamp." And Machamp goes, "Brrr!" It makes like a really strange humanoid sound, kind of. It pulls a Soli technique somewhat, and it uses a priority move to change its position. It bullet punches over to Cookie. You have a list of Cookie's resistances. Fire resists steel, I believe, right? Yeah, it definitely does.
Yes.
So
I have steel as a resistance.
Okay. Machamp is rolling with advantage to hit a bullet punch. The movement will happen, but it is rolling to hit. 19 and 25. 25 should hit.
Yes.
Is it possible to roll a 5-sided dice?
You could just do like a
D4 plus 1, maybe? No, that doesn't really work. A D10 divided by 2.
Okay.
2 points of steel type damage. Also makes contact, so magma armor or magma goo is going to happen.
So that's a D4
of damage.
No, a D4, and on a 3 or a 4, the attacker's movement speed is halved and the AC is dropped by 2.
Okay,
for 1 minute.
They get a 2. However,
so nothing happens.
Yes. However, they are not done. That was their bonus action. As their full action, Machamp will use Dynamic Punch, its favorite move, as it punches into Cookie with all 4 of its hands at the same time after a big wind-up. It has advantage because of no guard. The first roll is a natural 17. The second roll is a natural 16. So
they do not hit.
That natural 17. So
natural.
Plus the attack bonus is 25.
Oh, that hits.
Okay,
yeah.
Sorry, that wasn't clear.
AC's 18.
Got it.
Yeah.
Rolling fighting type damage. 24 points of fighting type damage, and Cookie is confused. Hariyama gets to go. Hariyama failed its fake out. It's feeling sad. Hariyama is, in fact, kind of slow. And by kind of, I mean very slow. It isn't currently threatened. It doesn't feel threatened by the Magma Storm, even though it would take damage from it. But it's just going to walk over and force palm Soli. It's going to take one of its big hands and like put it next to Soli and then push. Just blast it. Rolling to hit. 17 to hit.
That meets my armor class.
That will do it. Ooh, I forgot that I flavored this to be ranged or melee, but it is melee here. On a natural attack roll of... That was not natural. Okay. Just damage. Just damage for Soli. Healing. Neutral. Very low roll. 15 points of fighting type damage. And that's it for Brawly. Hariyama remains in the circle. How much damage does Hariyama take?
16.
Okay.
Unless you said he has like a
Thick fat makes it 8. Yep.
Okay.
Because it is fire type damage flavored, definitely. So, Yep. Okay. Back to Cindy.
So Sully is within range of to get a bonus damage dice. So I need to not forget that.
Oh, we didn't roll magma goo for the dynamic punch.
Oh, I mean it didn't hit. It says when this it did hit.
It did hit.
You're right.
So let me do that. It's a 1. Doesn't matter. Okay.
It doesn't matter. Okay. So Hariyama's like right here.
Right in front of Sully. Yep. And Machamp is right in front of Cookie.
Okay. So I used overheat last turn, so I have disadvantage, or you would have advantage on a save.
Yes. Remember, attacking Machamp, you always have advantage, so that would neutralize it. It would just be a regular attack if you turned around to attack Machamp. Not saying that's what you have to do, but do keep no guard in mind.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ooh, this is some risky bisky. Could I catch both of them in a 30-foot dark pulse?
Yeah. Sully would move out of the flash fire boost, but
I already have it, so.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, I'm going to roll with disadvantage. So how does that work if I'm rolling to hit with disadvantage on one and not disadvantage on the other?
Just take the better roll for the one that you are not rolling disadvantage on.
Okay. Okay, I got a nat 1.
Okay.
For one of them. So, Hariyama's fine.
Yeah.
13 plus 6. So it's 19. Does a 19 hit Machamp?
It does. You may roll
Okay.
resisted damage. Fighting resists dark.
Okay.
That wasn't a natural 19. That was a dirty 19, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It does not flinch.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
fine.
sure you were looking for that.
I get an extra damage dice because of the HP.
Nice.
2 of those were 6s, so I get 2 more.
Nice.
So all total would be 26. So that's what, 13? 13 damage
13,
on Machamp.
yes, with the resist. That's still pretty good, all things considered, actually.
Yeah.
Um,
And Cookie still gets to go.
Yeah. Things are looking okay, actually. What will Cookie do? As Sully kind of roars and shakes its tails, and eerie waves of darkness emanate from its body and pa into Hariyama, and Hariyama is unfazed, and pa into Machamp, and Machamp just feels kind of gross. Machamp's like, ugh, didn't like it. Takes some damage.
If I do a Dragon Breath, a
Mhm.
30-foot cone with Cookie,
Yeah.
who can I hit?
Because it's a cone and it gets wider at the end, I think you're going to hit everyone, and that includes Sully. Sully would have an advantage to save. If it was a line, I would say Sully could dodge, but I think because it's a cone. Did you quick attack yet? You can quick attack.
I did not. That's
Okay.
what I was going to do, yeah.
Yeah, you could do that.
I could quick attack just to get out of the way.
Yep.
Avoid it. So that. Luckily, I have a fair amount of quick attack PP. We just moving. Okay. So, Sully's out of the way. That
Yep.
is a DC 17 Dex save.
Okay, Machamp has disadvantage. Gets a natural 1. That will be a critical hit for you.
So it's paralyzed.
And it's paralyzed, and you can roll crit damage for Machamp. That's very good for you. Hariyama gets a natural 4, and it will fail. So very good Dragon Breath. Just roll damage, and then for the crit, you'll just add the crit damage.
Was it Hariyama fail by 5 or more?
Yes, they both failed by 5 or more.
So they're both paralyzed.
That's fantastic.
And then the crit damage is 5d4.
So 20.
20?
Yep.
20. So that's 20 for free to Machamp.
Yep.
Then I roll my 5d4. 20.
Oh, max roll?
No, that's what I roll. Wait.
You
Plus,
said-
yeah, with the roll plus 9, which is my modifier.
Oh, got it. Yeah. Not a max roll. Got it. So Machamp takes 40 damage.
And Hariyama takes 20.
That's huge. Yeah. Amazing. Cookie hasn't used Dragon Breath in a while, but unleashes arcane breath from her mouth. And as she roars, and it's sparking with like blue lightning, and it manages to very much impact both Machamp and Hariyama. They seem to have a hard time moving their limbs as their speed is halved, and they may end up not being able to attack at all. Very good.
Great.
Is that it for Cindy?
I think that's all I can do, yes.
Okay. Ding ding. The bell rings. It's now Brawly's turn again. Brawly is going to employ a very unique strategy that may be a bad idea, but he's going to do it anyways. He's going to instruct Hariyama to use one of its signature moves, which is smelling salts. Hariyama reaches into its skirt that is made of its flesh, and it finds itself some like sea salt of some sort. It sprinkles it into the air and throws it at Machamp. Because this is an allied attack, Machamp has advantage, and I'm not going to apply no guard because it's not like an opposing thing. I think that's fair. Hariyama, don't get me wrong, Hariyama is attacking Machamp. I just need to see for how much damage. A normal type move. I hope it's low. Let's see. One moment. You'll see why in a moment. Not really a low roll. Okay, Machamp takes 13 points of damage, which is kind of a lot for kind of a weak move. But as Machamp inhales the salts, Machamp is no longer paralyzed. So Hariyama's turn is over, and Machamp is raring to go. Machamp going to... he's still in front of Cookie. I think he's just going to use his last dynamic punch on Cookie.
Okay. Is Hariyama still in the magma storm?
He is. Yeah, he should take 8 points.
Okay.
Thank you. Or 6?
8, because it's 16.
Yep.
So half of that is 8.
Perfect. Yeah, Machamp is just going to fire off a dynamic punch into Cookie with advantage. A 19 and a 27. That will hit.
That will hit, yes.
Rolling. Fighting type damage. This is Machamp's last dynamic punch. Another 25. 25 points of fighting type damage, and Cookie is confused. Was Cookie... Did we roll for confusion before? I think we forgot. I think that's fine.
Okay. I will roll for confusion, and also you roll for magma goo.
Yes. A 2. No magma goo.
Okay.
Hariyama is still paralyzed. He's going to tough it out. He's going to tough it out in the storm. He wants to be close to Soli, so... Yep, that's it for Brawly.
Is Machamp in the storm also?
No, Machamp is right in front of Cookie.
Okay.
So remember to roll a d20 for Cookie for confusion.
Yes. Let me start with that. 18.
Cookie's not confused. 3 dynamic punches and just no confusion. Crazy.
Excellent. Okay. I feel like since Machamp is right here, let's do a fire punch.
Ooh.
With Cookie.
Yeah.
On Machamp.
Love that.
And I have advantage to hit.
You do, because of no guard.
Cool. That's a nat 20.
That's a crit.
So, the target is burned.
What's the base damage of that? Like, what's the crit damage?
2d12.
So 24. Machamp has 20 hit points.
Okay.
No need to roll. Machamp has been knocked out. If it wasn't for the allied smelling salts, Machamp would have survived that. Maybe not the crit.
Machamp might have still died.
Yeah, it probably would have actually. You're right. Machamp is knocked out. I would have
had to roll for it, but...
Yeah. Nicely done, Cindy. Still, Hariyama is standing. So, what will Soli do?
And Hariyama is taking half of my fire damage. Which is kind of shit, but that's fine. The Dark Pulse didn't do much, did it?
No. They are both effectively resisted.
Okay. Neat. Alright, let's start with a quick attack. So let's just roll to quick attack, I guess.
Yeah.
How does a 12 do?
Does not break Hariyama's armor class. Believe it or not particularly armored, just has a huge health pool.
Okay. But still does not break.
No, does not.
Sick. So quick attack does nothing. Let's go into a flamethrower. So it's a DC 16 Dex save.
Okay, Hariyama rolling. Gets a natural 17.
Okay. So it still will take
it's
quarter.
Quartered. Yep.
It's 3d10. Oh, but Soli's HP is half, so it would be 4d10.
So you could just roll 1. Or you could roll the total and quarter it. Up to you.
So 22 plus 7 is 29.
Which it will round down. So we'll just make it 28. And then divide that by 4 is 6. Hold on.
7? 28 divided by
Yeah.
4.
Yeah. I can't do math. Yeah. That's 7. You're right.
7 damage.
7 damage. It's more than 0.
Yes.
As Hariyama just eats a flamethrower, it just kind of just stands there. Hariyama is so resilient. Very impressive. I believe that's it for Cindy's turn.
Yes.
Hariyama is still paralyzed and cannot use smelling salts on itself. It's rolling for paralysis. It got a 1. I think that means it has no actions. On a result of a 1, the Pokemon is incapacitated. Yeah, nothing happens. It's Cindy's turn.
Sick.
That's crazy.
Awesome. Is Soli out of the way if I were to use Dragon Breath?
No, but with Machamp down, you're free to move so that you can just make it the cone. Yeah. Basically, yes,
okay.
You're fine. Soli won't get hit. If Machamp were still there, it would be a problem, but...
Alright, we will... Or do I do Fire Punch? Do I have enough movement speed to...
I'm gonna say no.
30-foot walking speed?
Yeah.
It's too far away to get in melee range.
I think Dragon Breath is a lot better. You could Fire Punch if you want. I will say you can get there. You can get there. You can do it. I believe in you.
Well, Dragon Breath.
Okay.
So it's a DC 17 Dex
You can
save.
position your Dragon Breath in such a way that you can be in melee range if you wish. And that's pretty safe because remember Hariyama's paralyzed, so it can only move half as far, which was already pretty low. So.
Okay, I guess we'll position closer. Not like up in its face, but like much closer. So that way if I wanted to do a melee attack on my next turn.
Yep.
I could, but I'm not like reach out and slappable
Perfect.
from where I'm at.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
That does make perfect sense. Yeah. So is this Dragon Breath or Fire Punch? Dragon Breath?
Dragon Breath.
Con save? Dex save?
DC 17 Dex.
Dex. Hariyama gets a natural 3.
So it fails by 5 or more.
Correct. It's already paralyzed.
Doubling down on the paralysis.
That's not how it works. But yeah.
If it was not paralyzed, it would be paralyzed.
That is true. That is very true.
21. Hot dragony breath damage.
As Cookie just fires off hot dragony breath damage, it sparkles and crackles, and you get the feeling that if Hariyama wasn't already paralyzed, it would be in this situation. Nicely done, Cookie. I believe that's it. You just attacked with Soli, right?
I didn't, not yet.
Oh, I thought you did. Roll it. Do whatever you want.
Nope.
What's Soli doing?
All right, let's start with a quick attack, which maybe I'll hit. Might not hit. 15 to hit.
15 does in fact hit. Hariyama's a big chonky guy. He's easy to hit.
Sick.
Yeah.
That's 1 damage.
1 damage. We take those.
little quick bop. And dark and fire are resisted the same amount.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, there's no winning, unfortunately.
Okay, that's fine. I got flamethrower, so that is a DC 16 Dex save.
Okay. It hasn't mattered because he's failed all of them, but because he's paralyzed, his Dex saves are actually a disadvantage. And his worst roll there was a 12.
That is just outside of 5 or more, so it is not burnt.
It is also considered a volatile status condition, so certain ones like poison, freeze, burn, sleep, and paralysis cannot be stacked. So it wouldn't matter anyways.
But it is also still getting magma storm damage.
That is correct. So another 8 of that.
But that's not the end of its turn.
Correct.
So not right now.
Yeah.
But I am rolling. It failed. That's the important part.
Yes, it did in fact fail.
19 damage.
Hey, you're whittling him down.
One at a time.
Yeah. Don't take this the wrong way, but because of his massive HP pool, he is in the red currently.
Sick.
So percentage-wise, that's great. What the actual number is might be surprisingly high, but yeah, rate HP. Boo 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 boo. You don't actually hear that, but if it were the video game and you were playing as Brawly, you would hear that.
You would hear it. Yeah.
Yep. Great. Anything else for your turn?
I think that's all I can do.
Okay. Hariyama needs a hero or else this might be its last turn. However, it was waiting for the appropriate moment for your Pokemon to be able to be in a 20-foot line. And we're not playing with a map, but I think that is possible, correct? With a ranged attack. In my mind it is, but if you can debate me, that's fine. You're probably going to win this battle, but he's been waiting to use this technique, so we'll let it rip. Hariyama swings its mitt into the turf, and
Baby doll eyes.
oh my gosh, so
That's
true.
my last one.
That is your last one. He's thrown out a rock slide to hit both of your Pokemon. Ninetales has advantage to save on a DC 15 strength save.
Strength. Well, Sully got a 16 on the die, so
Okay.
that's covered. And then does Cookie have to make one too?
Yes, we are hitting both of them with rock slide.
Okay, let's see what we got. Not as good.
Okay, what are the results?
Does Cookie get advantage as well or no?
Read Baby Doll Eyes? I think it's just, I don't know. What does it say?
As a reaction, you may pose disadvantage on an enemy creature after they target yourself or an ally.
Okay,
and
yeah,
before they roll to hit.
Yep, they both get advantage.
Hell yeah. That could have been bad. Fuck! That's still bad, sorry.
You're fine.
Pardon my French.
You're okay.
Strength is +5. 8!
8 for Cookie and what for Soli?
It was a 16 on the die, so plus whatever.
Okay, so Cookie fails, Soli passes.
Yes.
Okay. This is super effective rock type damage on both of your Pokemon.
Shoot.
Cookie takes 29 points of rock type damage. Soli takes 14. Cookie also will be rendered prone.
Okay.
For failing. Let's double check exactly what prone means before I speak.
So you solely took how much? 14?
14. Yep, 14.
And
We're
Cookie
rounding
took 28.
29. Just rounding down. Prone. A prone creature's only movement option is to crawl unless it stands up as an action. So a prone creature has disadvantage on attack rolls. An attack roll against the creature has advantage. Basically, you have to spend an action to stand up.
Okay.
Or you can just attack from the ground, but that puts you in like a bad situation for melee attacks, a good situation for ranged attacks. Just depending on how you want to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, Cookie got knocked over by a big rock. Cookie was like, ow, and fell. And it's Cindy's turn.
Oh, I am 2 points shy of being in my boost range.
Oh,
for
no.
Cookie.
So close.
That's fine. I'd rather have more HP than not. But a bonus is nice. Okay.
Did you hear the lore about Elodie's last gym challenge against Roxanne?
What lore?
Um,
She like smacked her own Pokemon.
yeah,
to
Swampert has
yeah.
Torrent, so she was like, oh, I'm just going to give him a little smack. I was like, okay. And
A little
it activated.
friendly, encouraging pat.
It worked.
Too hard.
It did work.
I mean, Cookie's on the ground, but Cookie can still like fling some dragon breath
That is
from
correct.
the ground.
A prone creature has disadvantage on attack rolls, so you could do it, but it's harder.
It's a deck save.
Then that would give.
So would it have advantage?
Oh no, it would be neutral because Hariyama's paralyzed and it saves at disadvantage. So it would just be like a roll.
Yeah, sick.
That's pretty
That's
cool.
a DC 17 dex.
Okay, we're doing that right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get breathed on.
They do get a natural 19, so that's a 20 something.
Okay, so it'll just take half damage.
That's correct.
21. So half of 21, 10.
Ooh, we're doing some damage. It's getting chunked.
Okay.
Nice.
Now it's
I'm just
solely.
picturing Cookie lying on the ground, like with a rock on her, being like, "Bah!" Dragon breath comes up, and Hariyama takes it pretty well, but still, there's not much left for Hariyama. What does Soli do?
So Hariyama, because it's paralyzed, I would have advantage on attack rolls.
On strength, no, sorry, it has disadvantage on strength or dex saves, but attack rolls are the same.
Okay, so I'm gonna use quick attack.
Okay.
Hariyama's
Hariyama's armor class is 14.
So a dirty 20 hits.
It sure does.
Cool. 1d10. That is 10 damage, so I get to roll another one.
Let's go.
That's another 10.
Let's go.
Hello.
20 points of normal type damage. What else?
24
Yo.
quick attack normal type damage.
That was a huge quick attack. What the fuck, Sully? Way to go. Yeah, Sully's just dancing circles around this paralyzed Hariyama, just like nipping at his heels and stuff. Let's get the actual attack, shall we?
Holy. Okay. Whew. All I have left is Dark Pulse or Flamethrower.
You pick
and
one.
Flamethrower just does more damage.
Yeah, might as well.
Alright, so that is a DC 16 Dex save, which is at disadvantage. Yeah.
Correct. Natural 7 and a natural 16. We will take the 7, add the Dex. That's a dirty 8.
Which is failing by more than 5, but it
true.
can't be burned because it is paralyzed.
That is correct.
Okay. That is 4d10 plus 7 because Soli is below half HP. I got 2 10s, so I'm rolling 2 more dice.
Nice.
Okay, so plus 7. That is 50 points of damage, which I guess halved is 25.
Do you
points
have
of fire damage?
Do you have any flavor for Soli KOing Hariyama?
I don't know. I feel like after that quick attack, like I feel like because it was like such an epic quick attack,
Yeah.
like on her way, like away from the quick attack, she is just launching a flamethrower as she's like jumping like away. Like hasn't even made it back to like her spot from the quick attack. She's just throwing the flamethrower out there and ending it.
I love that. I have some personal flavor that I will add, and it's that as the quick attack was happening and Ninetales was repeatedly chomping at Hariyama and he was spinning all disoriented, that she was like shooting little gouts of flame that like lingered around Hariyama and on the ground and kind of encasing him in one little fire chamber, and then she leaped back and blasted just the final flamethrower. It didn't score the knockout. That's what I'm picturing. Either way.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Epic.
Brawly recalls his ace Hariyama and he claps his gloved hands and he says, "Well done, Cindy. It's not often that I'm overwhelmed by raw power. Very nicely done." He reaches into his sports bag and gives you 300 Pokemon dollars. And he says, "Oh, hold on. One more thing." He pulls into his pocket and pulls out the Knuckle Badge. It's a heavy badge. It's primarily the same colors that Brawly is. It's blue and orange. It's like a blue boxing glove with like a little orange thumb on the bottom, a little gemstone. And he says, with just one more badge, you'll have access to use your full party at all times. And if what you're seeking is transit out of the Hoenn region, well, you'll be granted permission.
Thanks. That was a good battle.
He says, "Yeah, that was thrilling. I had a great time. Everyone," and he claps his hands once, and then all the lights in the gym turn on. Just a wash of light. And a workout bro, seems like one of Brawly's friends, hops into the ring and like whispers something into his ear. And Brawly says, "Oh, okay, yeah, sure." And Brawly says, "Usually we have a victor's entrance, but I understand that you have a friend waiting for you, a Gothitelle. I think you'll just have to come back out the way that you came in."
Yeah. Fine. Thank you.
Brawly says, "Thank you. Congratulations. Have a wonderful rest of your day." And he escorts you off unless you have anything else to say or do.
So before I leave, I kind of warn him. I'm like, if you think I'm tough, my friends, they're tougher. You better be ready.
Roll something? Charisma? Roll charisma?
Intimidation.
Yeah.
So scary. Cindy and all of her 6 scariness.
Yeah. Seriously.
6 was
it was a 6. Okay.
Yeah, 6 scariness.
He chuckles and he like slaps a strong hand on your shoulder and he says, "Ha! I'll be ready. We'll be waiting. Isn't that right?" And he like is restoring Hariyama, and Hariyama goes, "Brrr," and it seems like they're ready for the next challenger at the gym. Anything else for you?
Nope, I'm good.
Great. You walk back out through the gym. You see Lauren is carrying all 42 of your Geodudes back to the pit. And she sees you. She says, "Hey, congratulations. Great battle."
Thanks.
You walk past, so you don't see Gigi. You see Gigi is just fighting against one of those like those training dummies that are just like sticks kind of, you know, and they like spin around and stuff. She's just hitting one of those with the Riolu. And then you find yourself back in the room with the security guard and Gimli and Elodie just snoozing on a bench, and Gothitelle with like her eyes rolled back. Do you do anything in this moment, or do you just wait for the next thing to happen?
I think I'll take a seat on the bench because there's a good chance Cindy will be knocked out.
You have a suspicion?
I'd rather be on the bench than like, I'm going to stand here and be like in the middle of the floor.
Very good. Cindy takes a seat on the bench. Is there anything else that she wants to do for this session?
I don't think there's much I can do.
Yeah, not necessarily, unless you had any like flavor downtime with your Pokemon or something.
I think we're good. I would just want to heal everybody before we like continue adventuring.
Yeah, absolutely. There's
my goal after leaving the gym would be to heal, unless they have like a heal option.
This
here.
gym actually has like a little mini Pokemon Center with a healing area and a PC if you want to make any swaps or anything.
I'll just like give them my Pokemon and kind of sit on the bench because like I know I'm gonna be knocked out while the next person does their thing.
It is like a manual use Pokemon Center. There's like a tray that you slot your balls in, and then it goes bam, 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 and then you take them out yourself. There's no attendant.
Okay.
But yeah. You do that.
So they're just healed. I don't even have to wait.
Nope. I mean, you do technically wait, but it's not very long. And
okay.
Yeah. With that, you're welcome to sit on the bench, and Gothitelle's being weird with her eyes rolled back, and we will see how the next challenge fares. Congratulations. Hello, and thank you for listening to Cindy's 5th gym challenge in Dunsparce and Drampa. Extra special thank you to our latest patrons being Chris Thompson, Galactic Squids, and William Campbell. I'd like to make a special announcement today. We finally have a P.O. Box. If you ever want to send us little notes or little goodies or whatever you may like, you can now do so at the Quacko Paco at P.O. Box 26 in Pittman, Pitman, New Jersey 08071. Please keep in mind that there's some things that you shouldn't send in the mail, and if it's food, we may not be able to eat it. We are very excited to see what kind of crazy things you guys send us. If you'd like to see our reactions, please join us in the Discord at discord.gg/Calyrex or following our links at linktree/Dunsparce, linktr.ee/Dunsparce. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you again on August 8th.